and welcome to my YouTube video. In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to work a Latvian braid in the round. And this is in association with this pattern here, Dunes of Latvia by David Van de Kamp. This is a pattern that just came out on Ravelry that I just totally fell in love with, and it has all these Latvian braids separating the color sections. So I thought I would put in my 2 cents about how to work a Latvian braid. So stay tuned. And at the end, if you watch till the end, I'm going to show you how to weave in the ends to hide the jog in the Latvian braid in the round. So stay tuned. This video is in series with this video. This video I show how to work the Latvian braid flat, and I'll connect that video over here at the end of this one. You can click on it and watch that if you want, which it's also in this sweater. You have to work the front and back of the upper body with the Latvian braids flat. The rest of the sweater they're worked in the round. This particular video today is on working it in the round. So I've got a small sample here to start on, and I'm going to use the 2 colors, the green and the yellow, as my contrasting colors. So let's start out. I'm going to start by putting the 2 contrasting colors together and putting a slip knot in them. And I'm going to put those on the right end of my needle. And that just secures them so that I can have tension while I'm working these 2 colors in the first round. The Latvian braid is a 3-round pattern, and I'm going to hold 1 yarn in each hand for the first round. You can hold them however you want, whatever works best for you. But in the first round, it's going to be alternating colors, A, B, A, B, A, B. Whoops. We're going to say the yellow, we'll say green is A and yellow is B. Once we get to the end of the first round, we'll drop the slip knot. It's just there temporarily. So the first round is you're just going to alternate the colors A, B, A, B, all knits all the way around. So I'll be back at the end of the first round. Okay, we have the first round, alternating colors all the way around. We're going to drop off the slip knot. We don't need that anymore. Now we're going to do the second round. And before we start, we want to bring both yarns to the front of the work. At this point, I pick up and work with 1 yarn at a time. That's the easiest thing to do. Try a variety of things, whatever works best for you. Go ahead and use that. So we're going to purl 1 with the same color that's on here. This is our first color, A. We're going to purl 1 with A. Now keep in mind that you're going to work always A into A and B into B for the whole 3 rounds. So we're going to purl 1 with A, and then we're going to bring B over A, over the top, and purl with B. And then we're going to bring A over B and purl with B. And you can hold this in your right hand or your left hand. If you're a thrower, you would throw. And then you're going to bring B over A, B over A, and purl, and so on till you get to the end of the round. So let me get to the end of the round, and then we'll do round 3. So here we are with round 2 completed. You can see that by bringing the yarn over each time, we get this little swooping action that goes along the bottom, and then this is the very center of the braid, and we're going to do one more round, and we're going to swoop the other way so that we end up with this look of this arrow. So here we go for round 3. Again, we're going to keep the yarns to the front. Both yarns are to the front of the work, and we're going to start with A again, and this time when we work A, we're going to be purling and we're going to bring B under A. So we're going to start with, oh, and have you noticed that your yarn is very, very tangled? The good news is that as you work this second round, guess what? It's going to untangle. Yay! Because it gets kind of tricky keeping it in your fingers when it's so twisty. So let's zoom back out a little bit so you can see what's going on here. So now we're still going to purl, but this time I'm going to bring the B under A and purl. A under B. And each time we get one less twist. B under. Now, what if you wanted the arrow to point in the other direction? You would do row 2 by going under round 2, and you would do round 3 by going over. You would just reverse round 2 and round 3. So we'll work to the end of the round, always going under for this particular arrow, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Okay, here we are. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Now see the point of this one, we can see the point is going to this way. Here's a leg this way. So the V's, if we look at V's, the V is open this way, pointing down. So I would say this one points to the left. If we wanted this to point to the right, we would just reverse rows 2 and row 3, and the V would be open to the other edge. It's as simple as that. So now let's talk about weaving in the ends. Let's look at this piece up close. So we have the beginning of the round is right here, and we can see this is the bind off edge up here, this is the cast on edge. So this was round 1, round 2, and round 3. And they don't particularly match up, although it looks okay. And we have a little gap here where we started the new colors. And so let's see what we can do to make this look better. I've spent hours and hours and hours working on trying to do this as a jogless jog, and I have not ever found a satisfactory solution. So I think that the solution in making the V match is more in weaving in the ends. So we have our green stitches coming like this. Here, this is the purl, actually the purls in here that should be going across. This is where we changed right here. There should be a green purl right here, and we have yellow. Then there should be a yellow diagonal right here. We have one here. So this goes yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green. This goes yellow, green, green, yellow. So there's a yellow diagonal missing right here, and we're missing a green purl bump right here. So let's turn it to the inside and look at the ends. You're going to have 3 or 4 ends to deal with here. This one, these two are associated with the round 3. So when they're coming from this side, they will be woven into this side. These two down here are associated with round 1. So when we weave these ends, they're going to go this way, and that will close that gap there. So let's do that to start with. Let's close the gap. So we can start with this green tail right here, the lower green tail. This is color A. We're going to thread it onto our tapestry needle. And I'm going to duplicate stitch I'm going to go here, and that just pulls that across, and then I'm going to go under here. This is just on the back of the work, so it will not show through to the front. Here. This is probably the most important part because this gives you a continuous circle around the braid. And I would work this over a couple more duplicate stitches. Maybe one more, but I'm going to trim it off here. And then let's look at the other side and see, make sure everything looks okay. So this is the bottom. That looks okay. It has pulled the hole closed. Okay, so we've got the bottom gap closed here. And we've got our B, A, B, A, B, A, B going across the bottom. We've got B, A, B, A, B, A. And then the B is going sideways here. We need it to go this way. So we're going to start by adding a B right here. And then we'll come back and we'll put A right over here. So we need to turn to the inside and get a B strand. Let's use this one. It's coming from the top, and it's going from left to right. So when we turn it to the right side, it'll have to go from right to left. So we've got it on our tapestry needle, and let's turn our work right side out. And here we are, and we want this to originate here at this purl bump right here, right below it. And we want it to go over to this purl bump right here. That looks pretty darn good. Look at how it goes. A, B, A, B, A. All we're left with is we need to put a green strand in here. So we're going to weave this end in. We're just going to use these purl bumps on the back. There's one down here. Okay. The last thing we're going to thread our green, the remaining green. We're going to thread it onto our tapestry needle. Turn our work right side out. And we want to make this green right here. So we're going to come up on this side of it. And go over and down and put a green strand right there. That looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty darn good. So what we've got now is we've got A, B, A, B, A, B. We've got A, B, A, B all the way across. So we'll weave in that last end. And I left it a little bit short, but I'm going to weave it in also in this same direction. If you enjoy my videos and they are of a help to you, please hit the thumbs up button down here, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. There's a video right here that is the one on how to work the Latvian braids flat. And I'm also making a video on how to weave in the ends at the beginning and end of working in the round, and that'll be linked over here. Happy knitting!